Good morning. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Awa. That's my stage name. So before we start, I need y'all to hit that like and subscribe button if you feel my content. You understand? If you don't feel my content, keep scrolling, okay? Keep scrolling. Um, we are going to touch on something real quick, okay? Broken traditions. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. We're going to touch on something real quick. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I want to just go into a little depth with y'all, okay? So we talked about Boosie and his daughter, okay, yesterday. And I went and watched the video. I watched Boosie also his music video. And I'm going to share with y'all what I think. And y'all can tell me what you think too in the comment section. You feel me? But from what it looks like to me, and as the parent, you have to kind of rise above the nonsense that your children do. I know at times it's heartbreaking, you know what I'm saying? But you have to rise above the nonsense that they do. But the title of this right here is the title of this morning. Just because you have a problem with him, mama, does that mean I have a problem with daddy too? Now, all I'm saying is that because we do not when we have children by men, okay, your baby daddy, if you angry with him, you want the child to be angry with him. This has been going on for decades. If you mad with the baby father, you want the child to be mad with him too. Okay. And even in my time growing up as well. And it's only because the mama is hurt. Okay. Now I'm going to share something with you. You have some good mamas out here that they don't want to paint the baby father in a bad light because they don't want the child to feel bad. But then you have some baby mamas that they don't care that the child feel bad. They want to disgrace the father all types of ways because they want the child to dislike the father. Now, I'm going to share something with you. This will not work. It's going to work while they're young, but when they start getting some sense, when they get older, it's not going to work anymore. Do you understand? It's not going to work anymore. And then when the child gets old enough, the father will sit the child down and tell the child the true story of how y'all met and how y'all got together. Now, you know, I have told y'all this before. You have to be careful of how you go and slander this man's name in front of this child. Even when you chopping it up, even when you chopping it up with your girls and you want to disgrace this man, because children hear you. You hear what I'm saying? They hear you. So when you disgrace the father, you kick the father back in, no matter if he is good or bad. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he is, you should not do this in front of children. Because remember, mama, before all this nonsense, you was laying with him. Before all this nonsense, you were doing cowgirl, you was doing doggy style, you was swinging from the chandelier. You was doing all this nonsense before, okay, with this man. And how much you told him that you loved him when y'all was making love. You told him this, okay? So, mama, sometimes we got to take, not even sometimes, we have to take accountability for our actions. You knew before you laid with this man, if he is a Pookie or Rere, well, I'll say a jester. If he was a jester, you knew he was. And a jester mean a fool, okay? A jester mean a fool. And I'll say, you know what I mean? A fool and a joker. That's what a jester means, a fool and a joker. So you already knew he was like this already, mama. You knew this, but yet and still you laid with him and gave him offspring. Okay? And if you was on some demon time, mama, then how are you calling? That's the pot calling the kettle black, mama. I watched this young girl video, and you know what? I got to get her age right. She is 16, not 14. But when I watched her video with her mama was in the background. It was her mama. And the mama was helping her kick the father's back in. Good morning, my dear. How are you? Was helping the mama kick his back in. You feel me? The mama was talking nonsense and she was talking nonsense. Still winning. Good morning, sir. And so all I'm saying is that for right now, you can do all you can to disgrace this man, but this child will get older and find out the truth. This is the thing. They will get older and ask questions on their own. And when they link up with the daddy, and the daddy doesn't have no reason to lie to this child of why this child got here, you're not going to love it. You are not going to love it at all, honey. Because remember, the father has nothing to lose by telling this child that you was a side chick. The father has nothing to lose by telling this baby that you was a side chick, that you was nothing to him. Okay? That he already had a family and he slipped up and messed with you. The father has nothing to lose by telling the truth. And when the father tells the truth that you was not anything to him, you just was a side hoe. Yeah, I said it. You're going to feel so disgraceful once that child come and say to you, mama, this is what my daddy told me. So all the while you made me think that he was no good. But it was you that you knew he had a family, and yet it's still you still slept with him. But what we do as women, you know this man is married. You still go give him a baby, but you know he's married. Or you know he's in a long time relationship. You still go give him a baby. Mama, you boo-boo the fool. Yes, I'm sorry, and this is true. You are boo-boo the fool. And now we grow these children to dislike their father, all because of the lies that you have told, mama. Nobody thinks about that. That little girl was going off, 16 years old. She was going off, going in on Boosie. Now, I'm going to share something with you. I'm not saying Boosie is perfect. I am not. I cannot say that. Nobody's perfect. But the fact still remains that's her daddy. Should she have that much dislike and hatred towards her father? And then for him to go out and make a video, he's hurt. He's hurt, ungrateful. That was the video. I watched the whole video. I was surprised. Skinny, you right. You are so right. Leads to destruction. You correct. You are so correct. But all I'm saying is, mama, if you dislike this man so much, why did you open up your legs and sleep with him? Women, you got to think about this thing. You got to think about this, because anytime you lay with a man, it could lead to pregnancy. Nobody thinks about that. They just think, oh, I'm having a good time, and okay, I'm not going to use a condom. And then if a baby come, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not thinking about that. You just looking at the outer structure of this man, but you have not checked his mindset. You have not. And so now that this child has gotten older and she finds out the truth, because it's going to take some time, she'll have to find out the truth. Okay? So now when she finds out the truth that, you was the side chick, okay, that you even lied. Now this is just hearsay. I don't know if it's true, but they said that she blamed someone else to be the father of this young girl, the one that's 16. And then I guess Boosie took the DNA test and found out that the girl is his. Okay, so DNA proved he's the daddy. And the little girl was offended by that because she said his other children haven't taken DNA, only her. That's from what I gather. But the thing is that Everyone knows Boosie character. Anybody who been following him when he first started music, they know his character. They know how he is. So my problem is, Mama, is that you didn't vet well. Yes, Boosie got money and everything, but you did not vet well. You didn't handle that at all. You did not. And maybe because you hood too. You hood too. Because I mean, I grew up in the hood and I did nonsense myself. It's only because you don't know. If you don't know better, you don't do better. But now this young girl, she out here, she just disgracing her father all because the words of her mother. All because of the words of her mother. Now I'm gonna share something with you. Did Boosie have the right to disgrace her and call her all out her name when he found out she was sleeping with boys at I think he said in the closet, not in the closet. I think he said at school, his son's football game. Okay. One of his sons played football and she was in the bleachers or in the mid or the boys' bathroom and she did something with somebody. This is alleged. Okay. Now, does he have the right to call her out her name? Now I'm gonna share something with you. Any parent who caught their daughter doing nonsense with another child, they gonna curse. They gonna get out of character. They gonna get indignant. So do I blame him for that? No, I don't blame him for that. Because any parent who catch their child doing some nonsense, they gonna call them out their name. They gonna say a few things, okay? But my first thought would have went to go get something, and I would have wailed on that behind. That would have been my first thought. That would have been my first thought. That's why with girls, you have to teach them young their worth. With young ladies, you got to teach them their worth, because if you don't teach them their worth, they'll be out here like a thought and everything, jumping on everything that runs. Do you hear me? If you don't teach them that that box they have between their legs is worth something. Do you hear me? If you don't teach them that what they have between their legs is gold, that is sacred, that once you give it, you cannot get it back. If you don't teach them this, okay, they will grow up to run around and sleep with everybody. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? This is the issue. You have to teach them this. If you don't teach them that their body is sacred, they will go out and sleep with everybody. So now, do I blame Boosie and her mother for this? Yes, I do. I blame Boosie and her mother, because if you don't train the child to love themselves, they will come out and do nonsense. That little girl, she's 16. She looked like she hurting. When I watched the video, she looked like she hurting, because she wants to make her family, she wants to make her mother and father go heads with each other. She wants to see them get angry with each other and upset. And you know, I told y'all this, children are smart. They are smart. When you are not on one accord with your baby mama or your baby father, and the child knows that, honey, and the child know it, baby, you in trouble. I'm telling you. Once the child finds out that y'all can't stand each other, you in trouble. Honey, if I'm lying to you, baby, that mean I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you the truth. And this is only from experience. It's nothing more. It's only from experience. The nonsense that I went through growing up. She needs a stable, level-headed parent to guide her. But the mother eggs her on. And then Boosie, when he dropped that video, that didn't help either. It didn't. So both of them are wrong. Because the child need guidance. Just because she's 16 and she fresh at the mouth and she think because she had a taste of a pipe that she grown. But no, she's not. It's just she's hurting. And I think a lot of young girls and young men, they go through the same thing. When the mother and father is at war, the child can also bring foolery to the war. Okay? Because now, as the parent, you're ratting out the other parent, all the nonsense the other parent did. You telling the child so the child can pick the side. And yes, they said her mother was in jail for like, I think they said 3 years or something. And then her mother raised her for all the other years. Okay. That's alleged. That's what they said. So yes, Boosie was only there for he wasn't there, I guess, for like 3 years of her life. That's what he said. Okay. And I don't know if that is, it could be alleged too. But the thing is that if you don't teach the children that, or show the child that you and the other parent is on one accord, the child will not survive this nonsense. They will not. See, all she needs is somebody in her ear egging her on, and the mama is helping the situation. Okay. Good morning, Israel. How are you, sir? The child is egging the mama on. I'm sorry. The mama is egging the child on with the whole situation. The mama is just feeding fuel to the fire, because some of the things that happen between her and Boosie, the child don't know nothing about. She doesn't know anything about it. It's just that the mama is feeding it. And then, like I said, Boosie should have never dropped that video about ungrateful. See, I'm going to share with you what I believe should have went down. All three of them should get together without all these cameras. And Boosie should say, I did wrong too. I did nonsense too. But I'm trying to fix what I had done. The mama should say the same thing. I did wrong too, but I'm trying to fix what I have done. Not go head to head with each other so that in the process you destroy the child. That should not be it. Harris Tribe Media Group, good morning. How are you? That should not be it. But because they're angry with each other, they're ready to destroy the legacy that they have together. And that is the girl. Do you hear me? I always say legacy. If y'all hear me say legacy, it's always the children. I'm not talking about money, buildings that you have together, businesses. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying the legacy. The legacy is the child, because this is what you leave behind. Do you hear me? So if you don't raise these children properly, if you don't govern them properly, they grow up to do nonsense. And because she's mad with Boosie, and for whatever reason she's mad with him, y'all was telling me yesterday, is because allegedly he might have deleted her brother, allegedly. Now, if this is true, that this happened, okay, you can understand why her mother is angry, because that was her brother. Okay. But yeah, that's what they said, my dear. They said he was not there for 3 years. That's what they said, and I don't know if that's true or not. But my problem is that why are we destroying each other? We're trying to raise this girl so that she would go off to college. See, parents should always think that they want their children to be greater than them. You should always put this in the back of your mind, that you want your children to be greater than you. You should never be jealous or envy of your legacy. Do you understand? Harris Tribe Media, you are right. They carry on the name legacy. That's right. It is correct. Good morning, my dear. How are you? It's just that we don't, I don't know, I guess as a culture, some of us don't understand this. And so we destroy our children. Even though we mad with the baby father, we will destroy our children. Okay? We will destroy our children because we don't want the child to be any good to the husband. I'm sorry, because I got a husband. That's why I'm saying husband. We want the child to be no good to the father. And this is wrong. So you will feed nonsense to this baby so that she can go back and destroy the father. Yeah. Yeah, it's wicked. It's wicked. But I always tell y'all, mothers are the children's first teacher. She is the first teacher for your child. That's why you have to be mindful of where you lay your seed. If you don't understand what I mean, baby, don't sleep with nobody. Don't sleep with nobody if you don't understand what I mean. Because all we do is just destroy our own because we're angry. Black Man Unfiltered, how are you this morning, sir? It's good to see you. The show was amazing. The show was amazing. It was good. It was really good. My king, why are you in the chat? You supposed to be at work right now. I could see you in my chat, sir. Have a wonderful day, honey. I love you. So all I'm saying is that a mindset needs to be changed. I feel bad for the girl. Even though the girl was cursing and she was going off on Boosie and all these things, it's because the mama is fueling it. You know what I'm saying? If you get a level-headed woman that comes into this conversation, she will tell this child, this is your father. This is your father. He loves you. That's what needs to happen. If you have a level-headed woman that it can come into the situation and say, your father is a good man. He needs you. He needs you to behave. And if Boosie sit this girl down and say to her, you don't have to sleep with every man that you meet, every boy that you meet, that what you have between your legs is sacred. Hey, Mark, how are you? What's going on, Tara? How you doing, sweetie? Shy. Hi, Shy. What's going on, dear? It's good to see you, honey. Always good to see you. So if we can do that, okay. Oh, Harris Tribe Media said, I don't agree with how Boosie is handling the situation, but I damn sure don't agree with no ungrateful child. Yes, me too. Me too. Me too. But I know he's hurting. I know he's upset. That's why he even did the video. You could just tell. Okay. Yes, I did. I enjoyed the show last night. But I'm going to share something with you, Black Man Unfiltered. Y'all was cracking on that brother in the beginning when that woman was whooping on him. Lord, let me share something with you. That never been an African man. That never been an African man. I was dying when y'all said that. That could never be an African man. I don't care if the man is smaller. I do not care. A woman would not beat him like that. Do you hear me? That was a son husband. That was a son husband. Yes, honey. Yes, that was a son husband. That would never have been a Nigerian. Lord Jesus, that would never been a Nigerian. Do you hear me? Me and my husband was dying when we watched that thing last night. I said, honey, look at this. And y'all was getting on Black David. That was terrible. That was terrible. I felt so bad for him. And he was holding his own, though. He was like, ain't no Nigerian. That's right. That no African man. No African man. That would not have went down like that. That would have went the other way. They would have had to call the popo. That would have went the other way. I don't care how small that man was. It would have went another way. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking to Black Man Unfiltered real quick. I apologize for that. Oh, Harris Tribe Media said we was laughing too. Yes, honey, that video was hilarious. Guys, please make sure y'all tune into Harris Tribe Media Group on YouTube, and also make sure you tune into Black Man Unfiltered. His content is fire, y'all. Y'all will love it, honey. Both of their content is fire. Harris Tribe Media said, no Nigerians. That's right, baby. I'm telling you the truth. No Nigerian. I don't care how small he is. That would not have went down like that. Okay, only those son husbands. Cause first of all, a king, okay, an African American man that still wouldn't have went down like that. It still wouldn't have went down like that. Ain't no man, ain't no man in America that was groomed under a king. A true king would have let some woman whoop on him like that. Do you hear me? That was a son husband. He was groomed by his mama. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That was a true son husband. So back to the story at hand, y'all. Okay. And if y'all want to know what we talking about, y'all tune in to Black Man Unfiltered, his live from last night, and y'all see what we was talking about. Now, I'm gonna share something with y'all. Was Boosie wrong for that video? Yes, I believe he was. Okay. I believe he was. He was wrong for that video. Was the mama wrong to egg the daughter on when she was doing a live? Yes, the mama was wrong to egg that child on. Okay, because she mad with Boosie. She want to see him hurt. Okay, she mad with him. She upset with him. She want to see that brother hurt. Oh, Moses, good morning. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. It's good to see you, my brother. Thank you for coming in. So, yes, she was wrong. Because I'm going to share something with you, ladies. I want to share something with you. Even when your baby father is not doing the right thing, okay? Because we have some brothers that don't do the right thing. Even when if he's not doing the right thing, that doesn't give you the right to bash him in front of his child. It doesn't. Let the child get older and make the decision on their own. You should not help fuel the fire. You should not. This is word to the wise, honey. This is word to the wise. I'm not telling you that you don't have a right to be hurt. I'm not telling you that. The dream that you had in your head about building a family with this man, this was all folly, honey. You made this up yourself. And so now that the man has not come to the idea of what you wanted him to be, you ready to crucify him to the cross. This is not right. Okay. This is not right. Okay. And Harris Sharmini said, okay, Boosie was wrong. My question is, when is it okay for a man to go all gloves off and lash out? It's true. It's not okay. It's not okay. But as the mama, what are we meant to do as the mama? Huh, y'all? What are we meant to do as the mama? We are meant to protect our children. That's what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to protect this child from hurt and pain. So, mama, if the child is hurting, ma, it's your making. It's your making if the child is hurting. You understand what I'm saying? No, Harris Tribe, you right. So he's not supposed to do that. He was wrong too. He was wrong too. I agree with you, my brother. He should have never took those gloves off and went so low to make a video of his daughter. We don't do that. But I want you to understand something. When a man is not groomed under a king, right? And y'all already know this anyway. All y'all brothers know this. If a man is not groomed under a king, he has what? Women tendencies, right? And I like Boosie. I'm not throwing no shots at him. But if you're not groomed under a king, you have women tendencies like your mama. Just like I told y'all last week, I think it was, I was saying to y'all that if you meet a man and he's not groomed under a king, you better run. If he doesn't have his grandfather or his uncles or anybody around, honey, and you trying to marry this man, you better not even think about marrying him. You better run. Because what happens is, okay, all right, Moses, no problem. Thank you for checking in, honey. Because what happens is that when you marry him, you already got your woman tendencies. We already know how we do. We be acting up. Okay. We act up sometimes. We act like babies sometimes. We get in our attitudes sometimes. Some more art. Is that you? Some more you in my chat? What is going on? Some more. How are you this morning? How you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you some more for coming to my chat this morning. You know I have always watched your content and your videos too. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. So now my problem is that because he wasn't raised under a king. You hear me? He was not raised under a king. He has his mama's tendencies. So yes, when we get angry with our children, what we do when we get angry with our kids, we go full assault because we upset with them. But if a man was raised under a true king, he knows how to govern. He knows how to handle that, because what should have happened is a music video should not have been done on this child. He should have brought this girl down to the ranch, her and the mama, and they should have went into a room, closed those doors, and talked to this girl. Told this girl her worth, that we love you. That's what you're supposed to do. Even though her daddy is famous, and she even said in her live that she wished she had a trap daddy. I'm gonna share something with you. My stepfather was a trap father. He was. That's not fun at all. It's not fun, because every time you turn around, he would be in jail for years. It's not fun to go visit your father in a prison. So I don't even know where she got that nonsense from. And even though Boosie had done jail time, okay, he still climbed out of all that foolery and still took care of his children. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying that he's perfect, but did his back need to be kicked in like that too, mama? Did you have to help his back being kicked in too? It should not be like that. Mama, you got to rethink that thing. That child is hurting. And you should not even have agreed with her doing that foolery. Why is she sleeping with boys at the school? She's 16. Because we don't tell our girls their worth. They go out there and sleep around. And then what happens when she come home and bring you a baby? Mama and daddy, y'all got to raise this kid. Now, who do I blame? I blame both of them. I blame the mama and the daddy. I blame Boosie and his baby mama. Yes, I blame them both. That child is hurting. She's in trouble. And because she's in trouble, nobody cares. Do you hear me? Because they're angry with each other. Mama and daddy is upset with each other. So they got this girl in the middle doing nonsense. All I'm saying is that, and this is just for the average Joe. Okay, that's just for us, y'all. Stop letting your animosity, your anger, your dislike for your baby father affect your child. If he's not a good man, do you hear me? The child will find it out when they get older. You don't help the situation. And my brothers who raising children alone, my single fathers that's raising a child alone, you don't disgrace the mama. You hear me? Let the child make the choice on their own if the mother is right or not. Because let me share something with you. Truth always comes to the light. Do you hear me? It always comes to the light, no matter what. I don't care how many years it is. It will always come. So all you keep doing, mama and daddy, is keep raising a child. Keep loving the child. Don't sit up there and disgrace the other parent, all because you mad with him or you mad with her. And this is why I say to y'all, be mindful of marrying women who don't have a king either. Do you hear me? I tell y'all, be mindful of not when you're messing with a woman. Okay, I want to just get this to you real quick. When you're messing with a woman, and she never had a strong male role model in her life, I'm either saying it's the daddy, the grandpa, or either the uncles. If she never had these men in her life, she's not right for marriage unless she has a different mindset and she wants to change. Okay? Then yes, you can marry her if she wants to change. But if she has never been groomed under a king, you have a problem. You have a nightmare on your hands. And my husband had it too. I was never groomed under a king. Even though my father was a good man, but he did nonsense. My stepfather was a good man. He did nonsense too. They were of the world, okay? But they still were good men. But my mother did not choose wisely. So I was a nightmare for my husband when we first married. I was a full on aerial assault for my husband. But because my husband saw greater in me, you understand? Because he saw a wife in me, he didn't see a baby mother. This is why I'm married today. This is why. And I was not groomed under a man. It's only if she wants change that you can pull a woman like that to understand the foundation and to understand the order. You understand? But if, just like I'm saying to y'all, just like I said for a woman, if she's not groomed under a king, you have a problem. If a man is not groomed under a king, if he's not groomed under his father, baby, you have a nightmare on your hands, okay? You have a nightmare on your hands. Because if he's not groomed, that means it's two women living in the same household. If you marry this man, there's two women. He's going to have his mother tendencies. Okay. This is why some marriages don't work. Just be mindful of what I'm telling you. And you say, so you change. Yes, my dear, I changed. But the first 2 years of our marriage, I was a whole aerial assault for my husband. This is the truth. I was on a whole aerial assault. Shai said, people must remember that when you come together and create a child, both of you become the team for the child. Remember, children come here by our actions. Get out of your feelings and what have to do and what you have to do. You right about that. Okay, let me see. Moses said, let me see. I'm speaking on the young girl that needs to know what a real man looks like. Yes, honey. You right about that. You right about that. And Isaiah said facts. Yes, honey. Mm-hmm. So all I'm saying, this is why, and I'm gonna share something with y'all. Y'all gonna get upset. But this is why our community is so messed up like it is. Because if your grandfather wasn't groomed under a king, all this stuff passes down. If he was a groom like his father or his uncles wasn't true men, you understand? You're going to be groomed under your mother. And women tendencies are different. We get upset like this. But then there's some women who have a different type of understanding. And usually if she does, she was groomed under a king. She knows how to move differently. Do you understand? That's why if you see a woman that's calm, that if somebody jump up in her face and she calm and she could walk away, she was groomed under a king. Yeah, she was groomed under a king. But the women who were not groomed under a king, those are the ones you see fighting all the time out on the street. They don't care where they at. Walmart, ShopRite, they get indignant. They were not groomed under a king. And I'm gonna share something with y'all. This little episode that happened to me. One day I think me and my husband was at let me see. This was it might have been ShopRite. I think this was like in our second year of marriage. And this couple cut us, right? They cut us in line. And my ghetto behind, okay, decided to go off on these people. And my husband pulled me back and said to me, "Is it not a line, my dear?" Is it not a line? We all in the same line. You not gonna act indignant while I'm with you. Do you hear me? And I told you, don't embarrass me in public. You know that. And I looked at him because I was ready to go off too. I looked at him and he said, correct your tone. That's what he told me. I pulled back. I got calm. I relaxed because I remember how my husband told me never disrespect him in public, never embarrass him in public. So I calmed down, got up there to the line, greeted the cash register, greeted the cashier, and got my stuff, and I left. Never did that nonsense again because I had a whole lecture waiting for me when I got home. You see what I'm saying? But you would never catch me do that now. You would never. I don't care what happened. You'll never catch me do that now. Even my girls. One day we were at a buffet. All of us, the whole family, all of us went. And the waiter, she was getting the order wrong. She was getting it wrong. The waitress was getting the order wrong. And because I guess the way I talk, maybe she didn't understand. And she's not from our descent anyway. So I said, she said, I don't understand. I said, okay, baby, let me explain. So I went into steps and then she got it. And my girl said, Mom, you took so much time with her. I said, look at your father. Look at his face. And they all started laughing because he's looking at me to act like I got some sense. You see what I'm saying? So you have to watch how you do things, especially with your children around as well. So if you act indignant, mama, the children act indignant. Do you see what I'm saying? If you do nonsense, mama, the children will copy you. They watch you. They're like sponges. And my brother, if you the same way, this is what the children see. And just like Shai said, both of them should be on one accord together. That's how it's supposed to be. But because the mother and father are angry with each other, okay, because they upset with each other, there's no common ground. Isaiah said, thank God a king raised me. My mom be too emotional at times. Yes, we are emotional at times. At times, what I learned is that a little practice is the key. You is on point, honey. You is on point. Practice is the key. And because we don't understand it, we get mad if our husband corrects us. We get upset if our husband corrects us in any way. You feel what I'm saying? And when you're governed, like my husband, he was governed under a king. His father was a good man. May his soul rest in peace. Very caring man. And my husband was groomed under him. So my husband know how to handle situations. Even when you get indignant with him, you will see this man rise above you in your face. He will rise above you in your face. And all you could do is just look at him strange. I watch my husband do this to many men. Many men, my husband have done this too, to let you know I am king. You will not disgrace me in public. I love that about him. I don't care how nasty you get with him. You will always see him in a calm tone talk to you because he's treating you like the child that you are. I have seen him do this to men. I'm telling you. Yes, you right. You right, Fat Larry. Mad if anyone corrects them. And that's the problem in our culture too. We get so upset because we were only groomed under our mothers. We didn't see the other side of learning how to deal with situations when they come. But you have some sisters who they understand the assignment and they don't get indignant. They don't get out of character. And it'll be probably because she was either raised under the king, but if the king was not there, she had uncles and she had grandfathers. It'll be different. If y'all really check it out, what I'm saying, you will understand where I'm landing at. Okay? You will understand where I'm landing at, baby. The king is needed in our culture. And all because the king is not in our culture, you see a lot of rah rah nonsense with the women in our culture. Y'all say we don't need our men, but this is not true. We need them. We need them. Okay? We really need them. And this is why if we can't love, and this is the thing that breaks me, it breaks my heart. Chocolate, what's going on, honey? How you doing this morning? It's good to see you. And because we do not take heed to when our brothers want to teach us, because there are some good kings out here, but because we get indignant and we want to just go off the handle, we don't want to listen. This is how some of our marriages get destroyed. This is how some of our relationships with our children get destroyed, because mama, we always think we right. You can't be right all the time. Even me, I need correction sometimes. Even now that me and my husband going on 16 years of marriage, there are times where he has to correct me. But because I'm so used to it, I don't get offended. I just tell him, honey, I understand and I'll do it. That's how I roll. And I don't care if y'all hating on me and y'all don't like it. That's your business, okay? Because I respect my husband. I don't have no issues with this man. Because I'm going to share with you why I don't have any issues with this man. Because he saw greatness in me when nobody else did. He saw me as wife, not as a baby mother. So I could never sit up here and act like this man was nothing to me. This man saved me from the streets. And women that are married and you have a ring on your finger, baby, your husband saved you from the streets. I don't care if you mad about what I'm saying to you, okay? I don't care if you upset, baby, it's the truth. If you married, okay, let's get it right now. If you married, he saved you from the streets. And I'm not saying you was out there doing no ho stuff. I'm saying he saved you. Mm-hmm. Now, all I'm saying, you said y'all better back off this queen. Moses, you doing too much this morning. So all I'm saying is rethink this nonsense of you disliking this man, of your baby father or baby fathers. Rethink this thing. It's not going to help you in the end, because when the child finds out the truth that you was not the main chick, mama, you was not the bottom hoe, you was the chicken hoe, you was the side hoe, the truth will come out. Yeah, honey, the truth will come out. And even if you was his girlfriend, but he was married, because some of these situations, the man be married and then you having a baby by this married man. You have no leverage, mama. You need to go sit down and rethink your mindset. Rethink it. It's not funny to go and have babies with just all willy-nilly. It's not, it doesn't make sense, because in the end, all you doing is hurting these children. Now, I can understand 1 and 2 mistakes. I can understand it happens. The child is not the mistake, but what you did to get him is the mistake, because the child is the blessing. I want y'all to always believe that. Yes, yes, honey. Yes, I always tell people that. Walker, you right. That's the whole message. He saved you from the streets. Yes, yes, I have to say that, because nobody saw me as wife. They might have said, "Oh, you're a good woman." You know what I'm saying? You have a good heart. But the way my husband came to me when we first started dating, he said to me, "You are not meant to be a baby mother. I know that you're a baby mother, but you're not meant to be a baby mother. You are meant to be a wife." Now, y'all know my MO. Y'all know my background. I told y'all I was married at 19. And that marriage did not work out at well. It did not work out at all. It didn't work out well. But you know what? I was blessed that it didn't work out. I'm going to tell you why I say this. Because we were not meant to be. We were not. I was looking at all the things this man could do for me, but he had 12 demons behind the door waiting for me, which I'm not going to kick his back in because of all the hurt and pain and sorrow he been through. He lashed out on me. And all the pain and sorrow that I went through, I lashed out on him. So that's why it's not good to get together if y'all both got some demons in the closet. That doesn't work. And only why I think it worked out between me and my husband and we still married today, I brought demons to our relationship. It was bad. I brought them. But my husband was stripping away everything and said, only label that belong on you is wife. Boom. And there we go. And then I've been his wife ever since. And don't want to lose my title. Thank you. I love my last name. Yes, both of us, my first marriage, we both was not ready. We both was not ready. So I don't want to blame him and act like I was all perfect and holier than thou. That's a lie. That's a lie, honey. I was 19 and act like I knew everything except what I was supposed to know. Okay. So all I'm saying is that baby mamas, stop kicking these men back in, honey, even if they're not right. My brothers, stop kicking these baby mamas back in, even if they're not right. Let the child make the choice. Let the child make the choice. Oh, I like what you said, Moses. You said what happened is you fell into the Father's perfect plan. Say this to everyone. Oh, I like that. I like that. But I will share with y'all, and I don't know if y'all remember, but the day I was getting married to my first husband, right? A couple of sisters in my church, two of them was telling me, talk to God before you marry this man. That's what they told me. I did not. I was planning everything, rushing, doing everything because I was excited and I was 19. The day we were getting married, I was outside the church. This is just a little tidbit, y'all. Y'all know I keep going in and out. Y'all know how I do. The day we were getting married, I was inside the car in front of the church. And then I wanted to talk to God. And God told me in a still voice, nope. Because I asked him, is this my husband? He said, nope. Just like that. So now I already had the thought in my mind that this wasn't my husband, but I had to go through with the marriage because my family was there. His family was there. He done paid for all these things. We had a big, beautiful wedding. But I will share with y'all the difference of when I got married to my second husband. God told me point blank in the midst of it all that this man was my husband, that he was my husband. So the day we were getting married, we was getting married at the Justice of Peace in Elizabeth. Baby, I ran so fast out that house, my shoe came off and everything. And my husband said, well, my soon-to-be husband, he said to me, baby, you forgetting your shoes. And I told him, I said, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. And he said, don't worry, we gonna make it there. We gonna make it there on time. I laughed so hard. We always replay that in our head all the time. But it was because God had already told me this man was my husband. Now, did I know I was coming? Did I know I was getting with a man that was ready to do corrections on me? No, I didn't know. I did not know, honey. I didn't know that he was the one that would be correcting my attitude and my mouth. I did not know. See, I'm going to share something with you, what I think. God never give you something easy. It always have to be something that has to be broken, fire and burnt, brimstone. It always has to be something like that for you to love it and keep it, for you to cherish it. I believe that wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? So why I say this to y'all is that you will sit up here and you will believe that you are perfect. You will believe this. In most marriages, everybody believes that they perfect, that they cannot do no wrong. So when your husband comes to correct you, you immediately get upset because you think what you're doing is right. But the man is supposed to be the head of the family. This is governed by God Almighty. He is supposed to be the head of the family. And because we don't understand this concept, we do foolery. Because, like I said, if you were not raised under a king, you don't understand it. Okay. And back to the story of Boosie and his daughter and the baby mama. I pray, I pray that everything work out. I pray everything work out. I feel bad for the young girl. I feel bad for her because she needs somebody to hug and love her. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm just gonna read some stuff from the chat, y'all, because we already at 55. Y'all know I only do an hour. Okay, y'all know I only do an hour, so let me see. The dislike comes from her dreams in her head doesn't work out. The mama know and still hurting depends on her present life situation. Okay, Walker said he slayed the demons for you. Go ahead, Walker. I like that. I like what you said. You didn't go to God, you skipped the step. Yes, I did with my first marriage. I did not. I did some foolery, Isaiah. Yes, I did, honey. Okay, he pushed aside all the busters until you found the perfect one. Okay, let me see what else we got. Here we go. Walker tried to pull a Cinderella. Walker, you doing too much. Like I said, the Father has a plan. Yes, honey, you are right, Moses. Go to him before you do anything. You cannot fail. The Father knows what is good for you. Yes, he does, honey. He sure does. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Isaiah, how you doing, honey? It's good to see you, Walker, as well. Moses, thank you so much. Shy, Tara, Mark, Israel, thank you so much. I'm going to share something with you. I never could pronounce your name right, baby. I'm so sorry. And you as well, my dear. I never could pronounce your name right. And I don't want to mess up your name because I'm not good with names at all. So I don't want to lie to you, honey. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate all the love. Okay. Also, I want to share with y'all real quick. So I have I'm monetized on Instagram, YouTube, okay? And I have not sponsorship, what they call it. I have I have merch, okay? Merch with some of my sayings on it. Y'all can go to my stories. Y'all can go to my store in YouTube. I got hoodies, t-shirts, bags, mugs, all these things, really nice stuff. And I try to bring the price down on my side so it can be cheaper for y'all to buy. So y'all check that out, okay? Also, I have subscription and Instagram subscription is 99 cents. YouTube subscription is 99 cents to $2.99. Okay. I believe that's right. Or $1.99 to $2.99. I try to go cheap as I can because I know we all in trouble. Okay. But you get content that nobody else sees. And also you get to talk to me and message me and stuff like that. And, you know, we have a group dialogue. Okay. So just if you can, you join. If you can't, it's fine. Continue to please keep coming to the live. Also, if you want to donate to my channel to help my channel grow so I can get better equipment, I also have a Cash App, and you'll see it at the bottom of my YouTube screen. Also, I will put the Cash App in my Instagram comment, and it's on my page as well. But I'll put it in the comment section if you like to donate. If you can't, there's no worries. Just like and share my content. That's all, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day. Y'all keep Boosie and his daughter and the baby mama in prayer. I hope it works. Or if you want, just keep the daughter in prayer. But I would like to keep the whole 360 in prayer, but keep the daughter in prayer. She needs some help. I don't want to see her destroy her life and end up being somebody baby mama. And then she have to learn the hard way. So everybody take heed to the message. Instagram, I'm going to let you out first, baby. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. YouTube, my foundation. Everything that I have done and have started with y'all, I greatly appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all the love, y'all. Yes, honey. Thank you so much. And everybody have a wonderful Saturday. Take heed to the message.